Hello, I'm Yvonne from Somerset Libraries, and this is my friend Archie, and we'd like to welcome you to episode 9 of Taunton Library Gardening Club. It's well into the growing season now, so today I'm going to be clearing out these broad beans to make way for some other things, kale I think, and I'll be clearing out the foxgloves that we've got in another part of the garden. But first I'll be transplanting some lettuces that I sowed a bit earlier on. These are some lettuces I sowed a few weeks ago. It's a variety called Tom Thumb, and they're a little butterhead variety. Now they germinated rather better than I expected, and there's a lot of lettuces in each of these little modules. So I'm going to plant them out into larger pots before I put them in the garden. And I suppose you could put them directly in the garden now, but they are quite small, and I think that if I grow them on a bit more, they'll be more resistant to slugs. So I'm just taking them out of the module here. Let's see, they've got really good little root systems. And there's quite a lot of lettuces all together here. So I'm going to split them up a bit and put them in pots. They don't really have to be individual. There's two here and they're quite joined together, so I'm leaving them together, and they're quite small lettuces, so they'll grow on quite happily. Well, they've all been potted on now. I'm just watering them in, and when they get a bit bigger, I'll put them out in the garden. These broad beans have been really productive this year, and we've eaten lots of them. But they've finished now, so it's time to clear the bed out. Now, first of all, I'm just going to cut the tops off. Close to the ground, and we'll just compost these. They'll need to be chopped up before you compost them. But the important thing is with all peas and beans is to leave the roots in the ground and dig them in. It's because they help to fix nitrogen in the soil, and that's really important for good growth. As you can see, there's quite a few weeds grown up in the cover of the broad beans, and we're getting those out at the same time. Right, I've nearly finished clearing this bed, but as you can see, here are some of the broad bean roots. So I'm just going to dig those in, turn them over and turn it under the soil. I would normally dig in some garden compost here before I planted anything else, but I don't have any at the moment. So I have put in a couple of handfuls of general purpose organic fertiliser, and that will be fine, though I would prefer the compost. Right, well, these are the kale seedlings I've grown from seed. I'm just sorting them out now and from their pots. It's a variety called Dwarf Green Curly, so it's not as big as some, which would suit these little beds quite well. Right, I'm just planting the kales out now. I'm using a dibber, just plant them, pop them into them, make a hole, pop them in, and what they call puddle them in, which is water them in. And firm down. I'm planting them about 30 centimetres apart. The books might recommend you plant them a bit further apart than that, but these are a small variety and it's raised beds, so they have quite a lot of growing room. Right, well, I've put them all in now, and I'm just going to water them in to settle them down. The kale, like other cabbages, will get attacked by pigeons and cabbage white butterfly caterpillars, so these will be netted. These kale plants will be ready for harvesting late autumn, early spring, and they're really tolerant of the cold. They don't mind it at all. They'll stand over winter, no trouble. Earlier in the year, we had a really good display of foxgloves, mainly because I just let them self-sow. But now, as you can see, they've all faded and we need to do something about them. Foxgloves are biennials in that they drop their seeds and germinate one year and they flower and die off the next. These are all their seed heads, and some of them are nearly ripe, but some of them are still soft and green, so they're not ready. But before they get really ripe and drop their seeds, we need to pull these out because otherwise I'll have millions of foxgloves. So I'm going to pull most of these out and discard them. They're easy to pull out. Not all of them though, because I'll leave some so I can collect the seeds and either sow them in trays, or an easier way to do it is just scatter the seeds where you want them to grow. And they germinate really easily and you'll have a really good display next year. Well, that's all for this week, and thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Please let us know what you think via our social media platforms. We do like to hear from you. And don't forget that library members have access to full digital copies of all the big gardening magazines, other magazines, newspapers, as well as, of course, of books. So goodbye for now, and I hope you'll join me next week.